Here's an essay that I just wrote and I'm about to send out to the Cove congregation. The title is Approaching Memorial Day. On Monday, we celebrate one of our most important civic holidays, Memorial Day. But even though it retains its importance, I think we've drifted away from its meaning. And I think that's a shame. You see, Memorial Day gives us as a nation the opportunity to remember and memorialize those men and women who sacrificed their lives in their military service to our country. In other words, it was that one time a year when these individuals whom we lost are recognized as important. Now, that's what Memorial Day was intended to be. Unfortunately, we've drifted away from that idea. Instead, for most people, Memorial Day is one of two things. It's either the unofficial beginning of summer, in other words, a time for barbecues and picnics and parties, not to mention a day we might get bargains when we shop. And as such, it's a day off work, a time to spend relaxing and scarfing down hot dogs. Now, that's how some folks see Memorial Day. Others, though, see it as a blend of the 4th of July and Veterans Day. For them, it's become a time to haul out the red, white, and blue and to celebrate our country and to focus on those who are currently serving in the military. Now, that tends to be how other folks see Memorial Day. And although I think it's wonderful to have a day off, just like I believe it's appropriate to remember those who are in the military, something that we'll do in November on Veterans Day, it seems to me that Memorial Day should be, it should be something special. You see, it should be a time for solemn memorials. It should be a time to remember. I'll tell you, that's important. That's something we did when I was serving a church in a small town in Montana. Every Memorial Day, we had a community service in a cemetery. And looking back, I think that was right on the mark because it gave the community a chance to focus on what this day was really all about. And after the service, we'd put flowers on the graves of those who had died in service. For me, this was a tangible reminder of what this day is and should always be. Now, here in Weirton, we'll have a Memorial Day community service, as we do every year, and personally, I've always found them extremely meaningful. But the meaning is really based on what we bring to that service. And so as we plan to remember Memorial Day, let's keep in mind what it actually means. You see, it's a day to remember those who offered the ultimate sacrifice in service to their country. Let that be how we approach the day. Amen.